Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some of my favorite fragrances to wear as we're transitioning into fall. These perfumes are incredibly cozy and warming, and I think that they really perfectly embody the feeling of autumn. They all have something about them that feels very special, they're very impressive, and they make me feel very beautiful and confident when I'm wearing them, which is, of course, the most important thing. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I feel like there are going to be some really great options for you to discover. I feel like most of these are perfumes that aren't really talked about in the community so much, which is really sad because they definitely deserve some attention. But we're gonna go ahead and start off with a new perfume that I recently added to my collection. It's from a brand called Overture, and this one is called Vanilla Embers. And this is going to be a sustainable brand. They're vegan, made with organic sugarcane alcohol, completely biodegradable, and made with all natural ingredients. This is a cozy, sweet, very creamy sandalwood and vanilla perfume. It's warm and inviting, like the soft glow of an ember. So the notes in here, we have cardamom with aquaflora, jasmine, Moroccan orange flower, sandalwood, upcycled turmeric root, and vanilla bean. So this opens really beautifully. You do get a lot of cardamom right in the opening. I mostly get this kind of nice, alluring cardamom mixed with a lot of orange blossom. This is going to have a very heavy dose of orange blossom. It kind of has a similar backbone DNA of like the orange blossom that you'll find in things like Sintra from Memo and Love Don't Be Shy from Killian, but it's not done in the same way. Like, I wouldn't say that it's a copy or that it smells super similar to that, but you do get that vibe, as I feel like you do with really any perfume that has vanilla and orange blossom. And there's a lot of both in this. At the end of the day, this is going to be a vanilla perfume. It's very cozy, it's very feminine. It really is the perfect autumn vanilla, but not too sweet. And I do really like the sustainability mission of this brand. It's a very elevated vanilla. Really, the cardamom is helping to really boost this perfume up and make it a little different than just a typical orange blossom vanilla perfume. There's some soft spices. It's a bit powdery. It's clean, but at the same time, very indulgent. And it lasts decently too, especially for a sustainable brand. I get around 6 hours of wear with this perfume. And it's also the type of scent that you're going to get some big reactions when you wear this. I have put this on and I've walked out and people have been like, whoa, what are you wearing? And that sounds like an exaggeration, but I swear it's not. That has actually happened to me wearing this. It's just a very pleasing, easy to enjoy perfume that is a compliment getter. And you can find this one over at Twisted Lily to buy and to sample. I don't think people realize that Twisted Lily is actually a great platform to get official samples from. They do sell samples of every single perfume that they offer for sale. So you can find a sample of this over at Twisted Lily and you can save 10% off of a full-size bottle and the samples with the code Erica10. Definitely a great perfume to check out if you're looking for something sustainable. And next up, we have Date's Delight from the House of Oud, more of an exotic direction, an exotic spicy gourmand. This perfume is phenomenal. Like, I wish you could have seen my face when I smelled this for the first time. It was something like just like that, I'm telling you. And of course, as the name would imply, this perfume is all about a really nice kind of like sticky date syrup note. It is so realistic in this perfume, combined with cinnamon and caramel and honey with some tonka bean and vanilla. That's where all the sweetness is coming from, but it is really balanced by labdanum and peony. It is incredibly silky smooth, and it's also one of those perfumes that it is completely addicting. There are so many gems from the House of Oud. I feel like this is another kind of like hidden gem house. It definitely was for me. I just recently started to get into them and I think they're incredible. I wish I would have discovered them earlier, but this perfume, if I had to pick a favorite in my collection from the House of Oud, it would have to be this. There's something about this on the skin that is just so, like, you can't stop smelling your own arm. I love to wear this just for me. You ever have like those perfumes that it smells amazing, but you also spray it just to kind of like have a moment of self-indulgent. Like, I just want to relax on the couch and smell my arm. Like, Am I the only one? I hope not. It's a pretty linear perfume too, which is fantastic. Like, I don't want this to change once it initially opens. It is a must try if you love dates. And this perfume is not too dense either. It is a very wearable kind of dimensional gourmand. There is a really nice floral element here from the peony that helps kind of lift it up, like gives it kind of like an airy floral element. So it's not too dense or too heavy sweet. It is sexy, it is addicting, and it is perfect for the nighttime. Mysterious, but still delicious. Date's Delight from the House of Oud. So next we're gonna talk about the just released perfume from Electimus, Caspian Cherry. And I have to say it, this is easily going to become one of my like all-time favorite cherry perfumes. Why? Because this features a very heavy dose of my absolute favorite note in all of perfumery, which is cashmere wood. Just so luxurious feeling and rich in this scent, and it really works so well. Just balancing out the heavier notes in this. When you add the cashmere, it just gives it this silky texture, almost kind of like a clean linen vibe whenever it's done in a certain way. It is hard, like words cannot describe how good this perfume truly is. This has coconut and coffee and dark chocolate. I'm gonna get excited talking about the notes. I'm gonna try to rein it in a little, Erica. There's cherry and amaretto with cinnamon. Oh my gosh, it is so good with this black cherry. It's not like a typical like bright maraschino cherry. It's like a really nice aged, like infused dark cherry with honey and sandalwood and tonka bean with this boozy vanilla, this like amaretto kind of almond vibe. But what's crazy about it is that it's still not that heavy. Once again, that cashmere in here really makes it elegant, and especially as it dries, you're going to notice it even more. I feel like when it opens, it's kind of like all over the place in a way. Like it's kind of like bouncing back and forth between these more like heavy gourmand notes, like the dark chocolate, the amaretto, the booziness, the cherry. But as it starts to settle into the mid, the cashmere really just like takes it by the horns and really smooths it out and just makes it so elegant. And the scent trail on this is so powerful, so alluring. I love it. It is my new winter addiction. Like, this perfume is amazing. The bottle is incredible too. It's like a brick. Ladies, if you need like a self-defense and you're home alone, this thing weighs like 10 pounds. You could definitely knock someone out with this. A very dimensional, super, super elegant gourmand. I would give it a 10 out of 10. I love it. Caspian Cherry from Electimus. I promise you, you're going to see a lot of people talking about this one because it is incredible. So next up, we have Bravi from Tamine. This perfume, you guys, is one of my favorites in my entire collection. It is literally the best tuberose perfume that I have ever smelled, ever. Seriously, this is a masterpiece. I don't know, like I have no idea why nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about this perfume, but it's the best from Tamine. Like, I have tried many, many from this house. This is the best one, hands down. This has a gorgeous kind of syrupy, bitter orange note, which I love. Guys, I can't even describe to you how much I love this. Like, it's so different than just a typical citrusy orange note. You know, I love that kind of slightly sour, kind of syrupy, bitter orange. Like, just think of like a drink, you know, like a cocktail. It's the same thing in here, but this is combined with ginger and bergamot, with honey. That tuberose and saffron gives it a little bit of spice, but not too much. There's a walnut milk in here for all my non-dairy girlies, with vanilla and tobacco. It's so good. It has this gorgeous kind of fluffy honey with this uplifting and zesty ginger mixed with this spicy saffron. It is just the combination of the century. Like, it is so well put together. It gives all the old money vibes. I love that kind of milky, creamy, like nuttiness flowing through the background of Bravi. But the thing is that you have to be a tuberose lover to really like this. Even though I would say that it's not tuberose in a way that I'm typically used to smelling it, there is something very modern and new age about this, you know? Tuberose can be done in a kind of stuffy, like older way, but at the same time, tuberose is an incredibly sexy, sensual flower. It's the flower of the nighttime. It's a very sensual flower and it's just done perfectly here. It's so enveloping, so dressy. It can be worn in so many different occasions. It's one of my all-time favorites in my collection. It's just one of those perfumes that like speaks to my soul. It is truly amazing and a must try, but I would recommend, well, I always recommend sampling first, but this is definitely one that I would sample because it is a bit pricey, even though it is worth every single penny, in my opinion, just because it is amazing. But I definitely recommend getting a sample of this first. So Bravi from Tamine. Try it if you love tuberose. So another signature of mine is Overture Woman from Amouage. An incredibly powerful perfume, not just in performance, but also in presence, that also completely flies under the radar. This is apple and brandy and saffron with bergamot with a big dose of resins. We have myrrh and olibanum with benzoin and labdanum. It's kind of leathery in a way with a touch of rose. It's very heady. It's sexy and incredibly captivating. This is like a neck snapping type of fragrance. When you walk by, people are going to notice you. And not just because the scent trail on this is 3 miles long, like literally 3 miles long. I love the very prominent, sexy saffron, spicy saffron. The blending is magnificent. You have this kind of like crisp, sparkling, sweet apple mixed with this really nice booziness, very smooth booziness. It's so multifaceted, so many textures and details to the perfume in very typical Amouage fashion. Like you cannot even compete with the level of masterful blending that's in Amouage fragrances. And completely beast mode as well. Like I said, a scent trail 3 miles long in either direction, easily like 24 hours with this one. It's cozy, it's warm, it's ethereal. It just feels like it embraces you and everyone around you. I love it. You will never hear me stop talking about Overture Woman. It's gorgeous. And that little dent that I have, it took me a long time to get there, guys, and I wear this a lot. It's because it's so strong, you only need like 2-3 sprays max. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the list with a fragrance that I recently discovered, which is Oud 07 from Swiss Arabian. What an amazing perfume house, by the way. I don't know why it took me so long to discover more from them. I did have Oud Tonka, but that was the only one that I ever tried from Swiss Arabian. This is a love for me, with amazing price points too. I really appreciate the price points. They're so accessible. They smell unique and very good quality for the price as well. So this is going to be a rose oud fragrance with saffron. You may have noticed like a little theme in the video. It was not really planned that way, but I guess it's just what I've been really craving recently in my perfumes. This has amber and vanilla and musk with a sweet praline note. It's definitely not as complex as something like Overture Woman, but it's still very unique. Like in the typical like designer perfume world, this is not a designer perfume, but like what you could get in the competition of this price point, this is very unique. And it's still so gorgeous. You get this really nice kind of velvety pink rose. It's not a metallic rose. It's not a green rose. Very velvety. It's a classic combination done so well. Rose oud saffron, and I love the added sweetness from the praline, and it also gives kind of an added femininity to the scent. It smells like a princess to me, a very exotic princess, and also very powerful in performance. I feel like everyone gets the rose perfume from this line, but you need to give Oud 07 a chance. You will not regret it. But that was just a quick video talking about some perfumes that are perfect for the transition into fall. Very cozy perfumes that will make you feel very beautiful when you're wearing them, and very exotic as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below. What fragrance are you most excited to pull into your fall rotation? I would love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.